Please like, comment, and all that good stuff. Today, this episode is about Jay-Z and the Epstein files. Got to talk about it because his face and his name has been out there recently. Rumor, or if it's real, that they're trying to connect Jay-Z with the Epstein files. All these celebrities they're naming in the Epstein files, including Jay-Z. It's crazy, but it's not looking good. It's like Diddy, right? How they went after Diddy and Diddy got locked up. Now you got people talking about Jay-Z, and 50 Cent himself is kind of, clowning Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj, another hip hop artist, has brought out Jay-Z's name. So it's like hip hop with the Epstein files. It doesn't look good. Hip hop with the Epstein files, and you got Trump denying that he's a part of these Epstein files. And this is what's out there right now. So they're accusing Jay-Z people allegedly involved with the Epstein files. I don't know what you guys think about it, but this is what's going on. So now they got Hove, right? They got Jay-Z right now in the spotlight talking about Sean Carter. So right now they're talking about Sean Carter a lot in the media. And normally, right, he'll come back with a response. So he's going to come back with a response with these allegations, with his name thrown out there. Like people are talking about him, right? So Nicki Minaj is one of the biggest ones. She's been calling out Jay-Z, saying all types of crazy shit you're seeing in social media, saying that he does rituals and all types of stuff. So she's going off of the conspiracy theories. Nicki Minaj, right? Against Jay-Z. She has beef against Jay-Z, and I guarantee she has beef against Beyonce because of this, right? So now, these Epstein files, they're using the hip hop community or the rap community. They got people talking about Jay-Z the most. They're talking about other people, but they're mostly talking about Jay-Z in these Epstein files. You see how they put out shit just to confuse people, or it's like a distraction because Jay-Z's a big celebrity and they're connecting him with the Epstein files, right? Big celebrity. So they want to take him down like Puff Daddy, like Diddy. Remember, he was called up in the Diddy case too. They brought up his name in the Diddy case. So they're going after 100%. They're going after some uh, powerful or whatever influential black men, no matter what. So now next on the block is Jay-Z. People are saying rumors he's not in the country. He took off. I don't know where he's gonna go, but this is out there. This is like defamation, like it or not. It's like defamation. I don't know if they're saying allegedly, but it's defamation, right? D2E, what you saying? UK. Yeah, they're saying he's in the UK. Let's see. What you saying, D2E? But you can't have your mic on. It would be echoish. But yeah, right now, it's the Epstein files that they're talking about more than ever. That's the biggest news. And Jay-Z doesn't like this. I guarantee he doesn't like his name being brought into this Epstein file shit because this is ruining his brand. He has a deal with this NFL, the Super Bowl, to have shows, performers on there. He's in charge of that with the Rock Nation. So what I think, this whole thing is to screw up his business. If he's against Trump, which he's not talking about politics, right? If he's against Trump, he's being quiet. He's not talking because he could get hurt right now. They're saying he was a Trump supporter before. I swear they're saying he was a Trump supporter, but now he's not a Trump supporter, right? He's just quiet, but they're bringing up his name. That's not good. This is worse than the Diddy thing now. You're just seeing posts like I just showed you all about him. He's everywhere, right? He's everywhere right now. He doesn't like his name being thrown out there. Guaranteed, he doesn't like his name being thrown out there. No, but they're putting him in the Epstein files, right? No, now Nicki Minaj doesn't like Jay-Z, like I said before, and Nicki Minaj is with Donald Trump, right? She believes that Jay-Z owes her because of a deal. Jay used to the youngins, yeah, yeah. He had a lot of young girlfriends. That's what they're accusing him of. Man, it doesn't look. Either way, they're bringing up his name. So I'm waiting for the response of Jay-Z responding to all these allegations because they're putting him in the Epstein files, like it or not. Let's see how he responds to these allegations. Because he responded to the Puffy stuff, right? It was a lawyer he responded to, and that lawyer turned out to be like kind of corrupt himself. So now people are talking about this. I don't know if Jay's staying quiet. Yeah, Jay is staying quiet. He's smart. Jay's smart to stay quiet. He has to stay quiet. But they're bringing up his name. That's what's not good. Even though he's staying quiet, they're bringing up his name a lot until the bitter end. He's going to stay quiet till the bitter end. You're probably right. He's probably going to stay quiet till the bitter end. But they're bringing up his name, so that's defamation. A lot of these different media places is bringing up his name right now. So that's ruining his brand, Rock Nation. Even Kanye West brought up Jay-Z. Remember, Kanye West was talking about Jay-Z, some shit. And then he doubled down, but he was talking about Jay-Z. So right now, Jay-Z's strategy is to stay real quiet, really quiet. He's not gonna really come out loud or anything like that. I just want to interesting to see how it turns out for him, right? How is it gonna turn out for him? Because they went after Diddy, locked him up. Jay-Z, they're just bringing up his name, so he's gonna fight this. This is definitely defamation against him. That's how he sees it, right? Until they get him in court, they don't have nothing on him. He's not in no records of the Epstein files. If you do your research, he's not in no records. People are just bringing up his name. They're bringing up other celebrities' names too. They're just bringing up his name. And Jaguar Wright now is looking right for some people because she was bringing up Jay-Z's name a long time ago, Jaguar Wright. She was bringing up his name, accusing him of things, right? So now they're going by the narrative of Jaguar Wright, the media, right? Remember Jaguar Wright? Everybody says crazy and shit like that, who Jay-Z was trying to threaten to sue. Now this is coming up, the Epstein files, Jay-Z. The Epstein files with Jay-Z. This is not good for his brand, like it or not, because like I'm saying, he's the one for the Super Bowl. He's doing the Super Bowl, right? So by them connecting him with this Epstein stuff, it's not good for his brand. And if you have Trump who's saying he's not part of this either, right? And if Nicki Minaj talks to Trump and says, yo, Jay-Z, that guy owes me money, they might dig up something on Jay-Z. They're trying to dig up something on Jay-Z. Why is he in all these media blogs? People allegedly accusing him of being with Epstein, going to the island and shit like that. So you're hearing all these names. They said even the Clintons. People in the media are saying the Clintons was part of this because they have pictures with Epstein. Never seen no pictures with Jay-Z and Epstein. Never seen any pictures with Jay-Z and Epstein, right? So you say, hey, Jay stays quiet until the evidence, hardcore evidence. Yeah, there's no evidence on Jay, man. There's no evidence. It's all allegedly. He's gonna sue. Guarantee he's gonna sue. He's gonna sue all these blog entertainment places that's talking that he's involved in the Epstein shit. If you look up Epstein now, the updates, he's saying he didn't even like black people. He is talking bad about black people, Epstein. So why would Jay-Z be involved with him, right? Think of it. Why would Jay-Z be involved with him if he's racist? He don't like black people. So people can make up all types of shit, but I believe Jay-Z on this, even though they connect him with like masonry. even though they've been connecting Jay-Z with the Mason stuff for years. But they're trying to connect him with the Epstein shit. There's no evidence. There's no records. They have the 2 million documents they say they have released. 2 million, or they have over 2 million documents. And they released maybe a million or something, or a couple 100,000. And you're hearing all these names come up, but you don't know if it's real news or fake news, right? So you don't know if it's real news or fake news. All these so-called names are popping up. Famous names are popping up. But Jay-Z has to be brought into it with Pusha T. They even said Jay-Z and Pusha T the other day. Rappers. So this is like a movie, people. What do you think of this? Like, this is the big distraction I'm talking about from the ICE stuff. So now they're going to talk about famous people. So this whole Jay-Z thing will overshadow whatever is going on in the world. Whatever is even more important. This has to be important. That Jay-Z, a rapper, this guy who's a billionaire, right? Star, he's involved in something dirty like that. So they want to lock him up. They want to see, for people promoting this shit, they want to see Jay-Z locked up. A rich, wealthy, successful black man, but because his story goes back, if you go back, they're saying allegedly he was a drug dealer. They would like to kind of, get him back for getting through the door that way. Right? So this is like get back. This guy can't be this successful this far. He could not be this successful dealing with the Super Bowl, dealing with rich corporate type of billionaire white men. So he has to be involved with Epstein, right? So he has to be involved with Epstein. Just look at it. Even if people were accusing Jay-Z of dealing with young girls, like, when they're teenagers, they accuse him of being with Beyonce when she was like 17 or something like that. They accuse him with Aaliyah. There's all types of conspiracies. They accuse him with Rihanna, right? Facts about this one. Bless up. Bless up, Johnson. Yeah, man. Like, they accuse him with all these things, right? With all these stars. Beyonce, right? Rihanna, Aaliyah, even other people they accuse him with. So, how's Jay-Z going to respond to this? I think Jay-Z is going to sue people, all the media people. He threatened people before, Piers Morgan. He threatened him. He threatened Jaguar Wright. So the only thing for him to do, which is a big job, is to sue all these media outlets with saying that he's involved in the Epstein files. There's no proof that he's involved in the Epstein files. No proof. No proof. They're making that all up, right? And there's all these other stars, but he's the biggest one all of a sudden. Jay-Z is the one who stands out the most. You're seeing so much blogs and posts putting him there as like the poster boy for the Epstein files. That's how they're putting it, right? So they really want to take out the man. You have to look on it. They're starting from now. Well, they've been starting with the P. Diddy stuff, right? They didn't get him for no P. Diddy stuff. So now this Epstein shit's coming out. They want to get him for the Epstein stuff, right? Like it or not, they're going after the money. So where is Jay-Z now? What is Jay-Z doing? Is he getting prepared to fight? Because people are accusing him of doing some dirty shit, right? What? He can't, like, they're going to say because he went to some parties maybe. He went up to maybe a couple Epstein parties where Epstein was maybe. So he must be involved. He has to be involved. He's a rich man. How did he get that rich? Because Epstein's a financier, right? An entrepreneur. He was wealthy. He was working with billionaires, real powerful people. So Jay-Z's in that lifestyle now. So they want to know, how is Jay-Z maintaining being successful in the corporation where he coming from, where he comes from, is standing with all these billionaires right now, right? And including to Donald Trump. So right now, his name is getting popped up a lot. Jay-Z's name is getting popped up a lot. And he's in hip hop. It's hip hop, like it or not. Hip hop is very influential all around the world now. So this is like how Bill Cosby's image got screwed, because now when you look on Bill Cosby, you look on him as like a monster. You're not looking on him as the, the family man who acted like this family man back in the day, a doctor. Same thing with Jay-Z, right? You would like to ruin him. It's too much films and videos that aren't even being shown. Think about the pictures of him and Diddy part with the kids are dressing up in white when Jay-Z's coming out the room with the kids. Yeah, there's videos, but they're not being shown. You're right. There's videos what are not being shown. 100% Javier Johnson, J. Javier Johnson. You're right. There is videos. That's a lot of people won't go back to those. You get what I'm saying? Those are the types of stuff what's out there where people are not looking on, because if you're accusing Diddy, this is why they brought up Jay-Z with the Diddy. If you're accusing Diddy, you're accusing Jay-Z at some point, because if Diddy's that dirty, whoever's associated with him, people are going to start to look at, like it or not. Even if allegedly they're looking at everybody who was close to P. Diddy. You notice when P. Diddy got in trouble, everybody disappeared. All the friends, most of them were quiet. Do you notice all the people went to the parties? You didn't hear them talk about Diddy, right? So now it's coming back to haunt this gentleman, Sean Carter, that they're going after another rich, wealthy black man to kind of tarnish his image. They want him to be associated with something dirty. So now let's say that he's involved with the Epstein files with no proof. Jay didn't come to Puff's defense. No, what happened? People don't know about that case. That went around people's head. That Busby guy who was suing, who was trying to get Diddy. Remember? There's a whole bunch of cases. So Jay-Z was in that with Busby. It was over, I think, 80 charges or something like that. They were trying to charge Jay with him. But Jay fought back and exposed a corrupt lawyer, and he won, right? So look at that. He won and got Diddy off those charges. Diddy didn't have to, those 80 or more people accusing, that was like thrown out because Jay-Z defended himself. A lot of people don't know that. Jay-Z defended himself and he got Diddy off of a lot of those charges too. So now it's coming back to haunt him, like it or not, because his name is being thrown out there. His name's being thrown out there, and this is defamation. So how is Jay-Z gonna react back, right? They're all involved with the same crimes. Allegedly, Jay had to help himself, so that came with it. Yes, Jay had to help himself, and it did come with it. He had to defend himself, right? But right now, they're putting his name out there a lot, like it or not. You guys are probably seeing it, right? They are trying to tarnish his name by associating him with the Epstein files. Where's the proof? There's no proof. He's not in any documents, right? So if people might say he could hide it and stuff like that, but he's not in any documents, Sean Carter. Right now, they're mad to see his success because he's uh, a guy who came from the streets, became an entrepreneur, right? And look who he married, right? So it's too perfect. It's too perfect. They gotta go after him now. I want to see the response from Jay. I want to see that response. How is he gonna respond to all these allegations with the Epstein shit? The Epstein shit is serious. They got even Bill Clinton and his wife to testify in the court. They finally agreed that they're gonna testify because they're seen in pictures with Epstein. They want to question everybody who's been in pictures with the Epsteins, right? So that's what's going on. They have to they have to testify. So now Jay's name's coming up. Is he gonna go testify too? Are they gonna make him testify? We shall see. We shall see. All I know, he doesn't like his name being brought up. Jay's name is being brought up a lot every day. Right now, you could go on Instagram and there's a whole hundreds of stories of people talking about Jay-Z. Remember, they want to take out certain people now. You see, 50 Cent was joking about this. 50 Cent is making documentaries. He wants to make a documentary on this too. It's crazy. Remember now, it's like, yo, he took out P. Diddy, kind of, he ruined P. Diddy's by even doing that documentary on Netflix. Now he says he wants to do a documentary on Jay. I don't know if he's just joking, but He has a beef with Jay-Z too, 50, right? And he's clowning Jay. 50 Cent is clowning Jay. Don't you see how 50's moving? 50's he's having a whole bunch. His empire is growing, and he look. Sean Carter's gone. I mean, Sean Combs is gone, right? So now he wants to go after Sean Carter. And if he takes them both out, he's the king of New York. He thinks he's the king. Not yet. Diddy is going to get at him. You think so? They got everything on Jay-Z. Listen, I was talking about Jay-Z years ago, right? Conspiracy theorists say like they're linking him to the Masons before and stuff, linking him to secret societies. You see some in his video, some symbolism and shit. And people was like taking it as a joke, right? Look at the levels he's at. So maybe Jay-Z will not even get locked. He's on another level, a different level people don't even know. But they're putting his name out there. So we're gonna see how he responds. 100%. We are gonna see how he responds. Jay-Z's a hustler. Remember, can't knock the hard life. Can't knock the hard life. So these Epstein files is a distraction, I'm telling you people. They're very big. Everybody was always asking about the Epstein files for a good while. So, meanwhile, the ICE shit is going on. That's what's going the distraction. Like I said, Joe Rogan, himself said the whole ICE thing is a distraction for the Epstein files. He said that. This is going to be a different situation. That's what you say, Johnson? Jay plays chess, not checkers. Yes, he plays chess, not checkers. You're right. Jay-Z plays chess. He does not play checkers. So obviously he knows what's going on, Jay. Jay's not trying to be locked up like Diddy. There's no proof. He's not in any documents. So all that talk about him and the Epstein shit is just like defamation. I guarantee he's going to bring whoever to court for defamation of character. 100%. He's going to bring whoever to court for the defamation. Yeah, this is going to be a different situation. We shall see how the situation plays out, right? That's damn what? That's why Dame hates him. Damon Dash, he was talking bad about him. Jaguar Wright is the one who, the conspiracy theorists now is looking good to some people now because if you hate Jay-Z now, you're gonna listen to Jaguar Wright now because all the media is putting out that Jay-Z is in Epstein files and that's not facts. So now people are gonna listen to Jaguar Wright now, right? And remember, Jay-Z even threatened her because she talked crazy for years about Jay-Z, saying Jay-Z is this and saying Jay-Z is that. So these Epstein files now are looking attracted to people now, saying, wait a minute, yo, Jaguar Wright was talking about this. She was talking about this. So maybe it's true. Jay plays to win, not to lose. But look, they have his name out there, like it or not. It's defamation of character right now, right? They tried to shut her down for years. Yes. So you're saying Graph. Yeah, they tried to shut down Jaguar Wright for years. You're right. R. Kelly is going to talk too. Yes, there was a beef with R. Kelly and Jay-Z back in the days, right? Remember Best of Both Worlds? If you could go back to that time, that's a very important time where they're going to try to link him with being with like the underage thing because around that time, I don't know if Aaliyah was around, but that's where they're accusing him. That's when he started to deal with go on to Beyonce, watching Beyonce. Beyonce was young back then, those times. But R. Kelly, they accused him of a lot of things, what they would like to accuse Jay of doing. And Jay and him broke off years ago because there was a fight, some type of fight between them both. R. Kelly's going to get released because she's going to talk. You think so? You think R. Kelly's going to get released? So what you say? Who's going to talk? Beyonce? Beyonce? Because right now Beyonce's probably angry about all these rumors going out there. Jay don't piss on girls. We don't know, man, because we are hearing that he was with P. Diddy, man. P. Diddy. R. Kelly's going to get released because he's going to talk. What is he gonna talk? I want to know what he's gonna talk. What could he talk? He'll talk anything. He has beef with Jay though. He does have beef with Jay. So if R. Kelly talks, why didn't he talk now? Because that could help him. He could come out. If R. Kelly knows anything on Jay Z, he should have talked already. Because they're giving him like he ain't seeing no light until he's like 70 something years old or maybe 80, right? So he needs to talk now. Right now, it's defamation of character. Whenever Kelly sees it be out of anger, he's going to tell about Jay Z. Well, a lot of people are claiming, are they going to listen to R. Kelly? Because they're going to think, yo, you're locked up, so you'll say anything, R. Kelly, about Jay Z. You're jealous of Jay Z. We need some other people to talk to make that be more proof. Because everything's allegedly right now. Everything they're just allegedly saying about Jay Z. 100%. Everything's allegedly. And Jay-Z's going to come back. He's quiet right now, but he's going to come back and he's going to sue a lot of these places talking about him. Jay-Z free, he locked up. Come on now. Jay-Z free. Listen, Jay-Z is going to attack these people who are attacking him right now. He has his wife, he has his money, he has his connections, and this could screw him up. They already got files on Jay Z. Yeah, I gotta see that if that's proof, man. I gotta see if they got real files. What C Graph is saying, if they got real files. He says anything out of desperation, Kelly. Yes, he sees anything out of desperation, man. R. Kelly will say anything out of desperation. Yeah. Why so long? What is P Diddy gonna say something? Is Puffy, or do they think Puffy's gonna talk? I'm wondering. Is Puffy going to talk? Puffy's probably in jail watching this. He's saying, "Yes, yes, another one is coming with me." Right? 50 is probably saying that too, because guaranteed 50's looking good right now. But he's playing with Jay's name too. This is like hip hop and Epstein files. Because who I'm saying is all hip hop. Jay-Z is hip hop, 50 is hip hop, Nicki Minaj is hip hop. And they're all involved in this spotlight right now. Like it or not, they're all in the spotlight. All of them. Doing all types of talk. Well, not Jay-Z, he's the only one quiet. Jay-Z's the quiet one, right? But everyone else is talking. Why do you think Russell Simmons left the country? You're right. You're right. I heard about Russell Simmons leaving the country a while. He never came back. Same thing with Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal, he went to Russia, never came back to America, right? Why? Because they accused Steven Seagal of doing something too, allegedly. That's why he's not in America, Steven Seagal. A lot of people don't even know about that. So you're right with Russell Simmons. Allegedly, someone's accusing him of doing something, and that's why he's in another country, right? Jay Z, they're saying flew out of America. I don't know if that's true. That like now you can't believe everything. Real, fake news. Reverse psychology. The real could be the fake. What they claim is real could be the fake shit, or what is fake is real. Donald Trump put that out there. He's the one who promoted that because it's reverse psychology, right? Wasn't at the Grammys. Yeah, what's her name? Nicki Minaj wasn't at the Grammys. I don't think Jay Z was at the Grammys. Was he at the Grammys? No, I don't. I don't know about that. But right now, they're trying to smear Jay Z's name. They're trying to really hurt Jay Z's name and his brand. I don't know if they're going to continue with it, if you're going to keep hearing people talk about Jay Z. But yeah, it doesn't look good, right? D2E, it's the real truth. So you believe they have all these documents right now on Jay Z, C Graph. You believe they have all these documents? I got the invite link here. If people wanna, if you have some knowledge, you could tap in, right? I put that link up too. You could tap in. And people, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the Down to Earth Network, right? So yeah, right now they're smearing his name. I'm seeing it all over, man. It's crazy. And Jay Z is not a sucker. he's going to try to put a stop to it because it's ruining his brand. 100%. It's ruining his brand. It's screwing him up and his money. Now, the more people talk about him being involved with this Epstein stuff, what do you think it's going to do to his reputation, even if not everybody believes it? What do you think he's going to do for his reputation? You think it's going to make it better or worse? Right now, they're making it worse, even with his own relationship with his wife, that he's allegedly in this Epstein shit. So, right now, I'm saying they're just putting anybody's name in it. I don't believe Jay Z is in no Epstein file, was ever at no Epstein anything, right? This is all a distraction. He clearly didn't like black people. That I'm talking about Epstein, right? That's one thing I know. When it affects his pockets, it gets serious. Yes, it gets serious. When it affects Jay Z's pockets, it's getting serious, man. He doesn't play with his money. You know, didn't he stab somebody for years ago because of bootlegging his music. It was a manager, I think it was Biggie's manager. Beyonce is going to leave Jay Z because they're going to school so much money she don't want. Oh, to get serious, what are you saying? Jay Z is dangerous, man. He knows everything. Jay Z knows what happened to Aaliyah. I think it's more likely in Diddy files. You think it's more in Diddy files because they accused him with the Diddy stuff, you know. They brought his name up in Diddy stuff, but Jay Z shut that down. Remember, he shut it down, and that lawyer basically I think he threatened suing that lawyer and everything. So you're saying now, Rochelle Harris, Jay Z is dangerous man, and he knows everything. Jay Z knows what happened to Aaliyah. Damn, there's a whole big conspiracy on Aaliyah stuff too. If you watch there's a documentary I watch on that, and they blame the director. So you're saying, let me tell you, this Jay Z is going to get caught up in that a big watch. So wait, they're bringing up Jay Z's name a lot, but there's no proof. I'm going to tell you guys 100%. There's just allegedly. There's no proof of him going to any Epstein what is called events. There's no pictures of Jay Z going to any Epstein events. Let's get that clear. It's just the media outlets, the big ones, talking about this shit, and it's not facts. You get what I'm saying? It's not facts. When they tried this with the Diddy stuff, he got rid of that shit. You get what I'm saying? It didn't stick, but they want to bring it up. Jay Z's always been careful since Hip Hop Police started. Yes, he knew about the Hip Hop Police. Jay Z knows about the Hip Hop Police, Dame Dash. Those guys are OGs in the hip hop culture already. So they know about the whole system, man. So right now, they want to accuse Jay Z of some dirt, some big dirt, right? How is it going to play out? How's it going to play out? Jay Z is going to sue them for billions, get more money. See how this plays out. Jay Z sues these corporations for millions of dollars and gets more money. Jay Z's not gonna go nowhere. He's not going to no jail. I'm putting my thing on him, the bets on him. Jay Z's not going to no prison, right? Foxy Brown, Aaliyah. Okay, I heard about Foxy Brown, right, for years, and now nothing. Aaliyah, she passed away. Little Kim, I think she's paid off, even if whatever's going on, right? Like Little Kim's not gonna say anything. She's not gonna say anything. She would have said something already. Foxy Brown, she came out and talked a couple things, but she didn't say anything. So there's no one who's really solid who has came out and talked about Jay Z really bad. Remember how much artists he had? He had Total. None of those ladies had said anything bad about Jay Z. Total. Remember his main female group? They never said anything bad about. I mean Diddy, right? They didn't say anything. So this Jay Z thing is to take down a black man, a successful black man, right? It's Black History Month right now. I'm telling you. It's like how they assassinated Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? This is just a new version. Black leadership was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Now, black leadership is media now, like it or not. black leadership is like Jay-Z. He's the biggest, let's be straight up, the biggest figure in urban culture in America. This guy, how he came up in the system, right? I mean, like being in the streets and then being like an entrepreneur, an artist entrepreneur. Now look who he is, a big businessman, billionaire, right? And his wife. So people are, they see that. So they want to, that's like the Malcolm X. He's like the Malcolm X of hip hop. People might not want to hear that, but that's what Jay-Z is. He's exactly like Malcolm X because Malcolm X had a criminal background. And then he got educated in prison. And then he was a big leader with the nation. And then he done his thing and then he got assassinated. Now they can't do that type of assassination. It's character assassination. They're doing character assassination. They're not going to shoot you in the street or in the ballroom. So now they're going after him. Yes, because that's how people are looking on Jay-Z now as the new, right, leader of urban culture. All these black rappers or entertainers, they praise him, but he comes from the street. So he has to be taken out. He can't be successful. Marcus Garvey rolling in his grave. Yeah, that's how a lot of Americans will look on Jay-Z. I seen these things. They said, would you eat with Jay-Z or take some money or some advice? Would you take money from Jay-Z or a meal with him just to talk to him? A lot of people were picking, I swear, to just talk to him, not even the money. Yeah, right now, they're comparing, he's the biggest figure right now. He's the biggest urban figure right now. Jay-Z, who's married and has a wife and children. So it's supposed to be a good example. He's supposed to be the American dream, kind of, in a way. So, yeah, this is before they get rid of you. Yes, he's supposed to be the American dream. He's too perfect right now. He didn't get locked up in jail for years like the stereotypical shit. He never got locked up like that, right? He was always out. Jay-Z knows what happened to Kathy White. Beyonce and Jay-Z need to question about Kathy White's mystery death. ID says Dave Chappelle was the most polarizing figure for black leaders. And I could believe that too. Yes, respect, Magog, Tommy. Yeah, yeah, Dave Chappelle for sure. But they talk about Jay-Z because of his business ventures, right? It's because of his business ventures, his relationships. He's not too controversial. You got to check it. Like he raps, but Dave Chappelle is controversial. So this guy is like, if you want to call it, not saying it, but like he stays in his place, right? So he stays in his place, and he got into the Super Bowl. You have to think of it. He wanted to get into the NFL. That was hard. There's pushback for that. So Jay-Z got into the NFL. So he's not rebellious. He's not talking too much against the system. He sees other people doing that. He's quiet, low key. And then now, look, they have to come after him, right? I understand and agree to the point that Jay-Z is an evil shit. So people think he's evil. He can be. I never said he was an angel. Jay-Z could be very evil because he does come from the streets. Whatever he was into, you had to face a lot of danger. And when you're facing danger, you're facing evil, right? Right? He's a house. Yeah, you could be right. Yeah, you're right. I agree. A house end. But he does it really good, right? He does it really good. He's supported by a lot of black people still. JC's supported by a lot of black people and other people too. The sex crimes and gatekeeping. Either way, they're trying to connect him right now with the Epstein files. There's no proof of him in the Epstein files, people. But Nicki Minaj has a beef with him. Allegedly said that he does rituals and shit like that. She started to talk really like that spicy, and she is saying that he owes her like 100 to 200 million. I don't know if that's true, right? He's good at it, but he is a fall guy. Yeah, like P Diddy, right? P Diddy was a fall guy, right? People, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the network. D2E is in here. Yup. Yeah, Fall Guy. I don't know. All I know that he's done a lot, and sometimes they give you some time. Like Puff Daddy had his time of success. Really look on it. They gave Puff Daddy his rise, and then now you see his fall. So Jay Z just say he started his big career in '96. So over 30 years, they have gave him a spotlight. So now they probably want to take it away. It's going too strong right now, right? Too strong. This rich um, guy from Brooklyn who hustled the white stuff and then became big in music is still around, and they don't like it. He's making a lot of money and he has a nice wife. Beyonce, bless up, old John Crow. What are you saying, brother? Talking about Jay-Z and the Epstein files. What do you think about this? How they're bringing up his name constantly and allegedly that he's involved in the Epstein files, right? Nicki Minaj is not making it any better by talking about bless up, old John Crow. Yeah, man, like Nicki Minaj is not making it any better by talking about him. She's trying to ruin him big time, trying to screw him. It's all BS. I believe so, man. But it's hard. Listen, there's the conspiracy theorists who've been talking about it for a long time. Believe me, we've been talking about Jay Z in other aspects. But now they're trying to say he's behind this because they show pictures of him, right? Jay Z with Beyonce when she was 16, and then they're saying with Foxy Brown, man's needs a L, how Jay Z still. And the culture was different, not okaying it, but in America, you're not telling me, and I'm not saying that I okay this, that there was no big adult men, like especially in the 90s and shit, going with girls who were like 17, teenagers and shit. And those girls know what they were doing too. You get what I'm saying? Like from certain places in America, a lot of those young girls know who they're going for. It's an older guy, right? Now, pause. Fix show second ring he's been accused of being a part of. Where was smoke is a problem. So you think they're gonna get him, huh? Pa Flicks shows. You think they're gonna get him? We shall see if they try to get him, man. Well, they're trying to get him. They're putting his name out there a lot, but when will he defend himself? Where is the smoke when there's fire? Will he defend himself? Will Sean Carter, Jay Z, defend himself against this? That's not okay. Teenagers cannot consent. Ah, you're right. Teenagers cannot consent. So that's what they're accusing him of with probably like those famous rappers like Foxy Brown. They've been accused. They've been bringing it up for years. People brought up Aaliyah, right? Aaliyah in regards, but that was with Damon Dash. That's why I'm confused. The never getting Jay Z on no weirdo shit. Old man John Crow says they're never getting Jay Z on no weirdo stuff, guys. No weirdo stuff. Never getting Jay Z. So, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Jay Z being in the Epstein files? And people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Yeah, they're never getting them. Jay Z is a bird, not a weirdo. Oh, we getting them all. Pa Flicks Show says they're getting them all. He says they're getting them all. Aaliyah was with Jay too. Rihanna was a minor as well. Damn. But okay, if Rihanna doesn't come out and say anything, I don't think she's gonna say nothing. You're never gonna get Rihanna to say anything, especially in her situation now. That's just allegedly. They're saying that. I don't know if there's proof of that right now. They never came out publicly as a relationship, Rihanna, even though people been talking about that for years, Rihanna and Jay Z, right? He started her career. Yes, he started her career. Jay Z did start her career. Her father has a past too. You get what I mean? Seeing he liked the whites too, right? So all types of connections. But now it's like if you ain't clean, which a lot of even the politicians ain't clean, they're going after Jay Z and his pockets. It's like they smell blood and stuff like that. So you have to wonder, why is this story out there here now? Why are you hearing about this story right now? Why is it so important to put Jay Z's face out there on these blogs, these media blogs? Why? They're talking about the Epstein files, bringing up other people's names, but they have to spotlight Jay-Z the most. You have to look on that shit, right? You have to really look on that. They're putting messages out there, right? Because he's a billionaire and they don't want to see what a black man to be a billionaire. He don't deserve no money. They have to smudge his career. Like Diddy. People already accused Diddy a long time for years. And it was because the video what came out. That's why people just, you know, wrote off Diddy. But Jay-Z, there's no video of Jay-Z with nothing. There's no pictures unless you're talking about these celebrities like Beyonce when she was younger. If you're talking about Aaliyah, I think Aaliyah was a good, maybe even a good age by the time she met Jay Z. Like I didn't see Jay Z around Aaliyah until later, right? Until later, didn't see that. 16, man, they're doing all types of accusations, man. All types of accusations. I don't like it. It's not good. It's not good, right? Playing with the man's name constantly. Even though a lot of people want to see Jay Z go down, it seems a lot of people want to see Jay Z go down. They want to see Jay Z go down. Just a powerful, wealthy black man. That's what it is, man. They don't want to see Jay Z stay at the top. It's like kind of like Drake. You got to look on it. It's the same thing with Drake. You've been too high for so long, they got to make up something to smear your name and bring you down, right? Jay-Z will be fine. He ain't do shit. That's what old man John Crow saying. Jay-Z will be fine. He ain't do shit. Probably right. I feel that he's going to come and out swinging. Diddy messed up with the liquor companies. Yeah, you're right. And this is why he's in jail. Jay Z's a dangerous and calculating man. Remember, Jay Z and Diddy are just alike. They're best of both worlds. Well, he is friends with Diddy. They tried to put out a story that he was not friends with Diddy because they have pictures together. They know each other, man. They even if they were good best friends, they're business acquaintance, like in the industry. They business friends. So people want to say that Diddy or Jay Z never had a relationship. They had some type of relationship, right? Both of them are good with Biggie Smalls. Jay Z was good with Biggie, so of course he had to know who Diddy is from a long time ago. That's right. Remember, he's a calculated man. Yeah, Jay Z is very calculated, man. He's very calculated. He probably knew these things would try to come up. But the bad thing is for these companies reporting that he is involved in the Epstein stuff. They're making it stick like it's real. It's like what happened to Drake with the Not Like Us stuff. That's why he's suing Universal UMG for defamation of character. That's why Drake is doing that, even though they're saying that's not hip hop, right? So these people talking about Jay Z like he's a part of this, like for real, it's gonna make him want to sue, right? Also, a Mason. You're saying he's a Mason? Been hearing that for years. That Jay Z's a Mason, but you're saying he's a five. He promotes the 5%er with the chain. What he has. Good morning, brother. You up at this early today? Keep up, bless up. Yeah, always, man. Mike Snyder. Yeah, Jay Z. His name is thrown out there, so he's going after all the people talking about him. He's not gonna joke. Remember, he has his wife. It's not just him. It's his wife. It's Beyonce too. He should definitely sue everyone he can. He will be because he's gonna have Beyonce too. They're bringing up Beyonce. Remember, they're bringing up Beyonce too. So this is war right now. That's why they're playing war, and this is to distract people from the whole the whole thing. What's going on with ICE? Don't you see the reverse psychology? What's going on here? These stories break all of a sudden. All of a sudden, I was covering this a couple of nights ago, right? That the Epstein files is a big distraction, which Joe Rogan says to distract the ICE. No, it was the other way around. They're saying that The other way around it was actually. It was the other way around, right? So, but it's two ways though. I look on it as two ways. They're trying to confuse people because they knew about the Epstein files for a long time ago, a long time ago. And now they choose to release it when this with this big ice stuff going on to cover up the shootings, what happened down there, and to kind of like, mask certain situations what are happening, right? So now these Epstein files, all of a sudden the names are coming out. Everybody's getting excited. Oh, this person was involved. But are they getting locked up? Anybody getting locked up for these Epstein files? Because Epstein, they said, committed suicide, right? Epstein committed suicide. His wife, right, is locked up. I think her name's Maxwell or something like that, right? She's locked up, but that's it. All the people who was helping Epstein. This is why I'm talking even with the R. Kelly shit. All the people who were the drivers and the people, if he was doing trafficking, because really it's only two charges they caught Epstein with. Don't get tripped up by the media. He only got charged with two things, not thousands of people. He got charged with two charges, right? And that's near the end, like when he's older, right? That whole massaging thing. Watch the documentary, right? So he got charged only with two. One lady committed suicide. So he committed suicide in prison, as they said, Epstein. And Epstein was a big financier that made a lot of money in Wall Street and had billionaire investors investing in him. This guy was a hustler too, basically a hustler. He wasn't educated like that to be doing what he was doing. He was good at talking. I think he was a teacher and he got fired or something back in the 70s. And then after then he got into some firm or some type of business. Either way, the only reason they're connecting Jay-Z to all of this is because he's a wealthy black man who comes from the streets. He didn't go to university. He didn't go to college. And he's a billionaire, successful in America with a successful wife. And they want to smudge his career 100%, like Bill Cosby. They're going after him in any way, his image, want to tear him down. Right now, they're doing a job, right? He follows Satan. Where's the proof? Even if he follows Satan, right? Some people don't believe in God. Is that the is that the reason to take him out? Where's the proof? There's no proof. He's never been charged for anything, right? He's never been charged for no crimes. So where's the proof? They just want to take him out. There's no proof. Only Epstein. Epstein. This is the week of Satan's birthday. It starts with the Grammys and ends with the Super Bowl. You're right. You know what? Sorry to say, man. You brought out a gem, Mike Snyder. Yeah, the Super Bowl is coming up. I didn't even realize the Super Bowl is coming up. That's a good thing. Thanks for that. The Super Bowl is coming up, and Jay-Z's behind the music. So for Jay-Z to be behind that music, he has to show up to the Super Bowl. Is Jay-Z gonna show up to the Super Bowl? This is interesting right now because they're accusing him of all this shit. So will Jay-Z be in the Super Bowl? You're right what you said there because you live in an echo chamber. Yeah. Okay, let's see this. I got to read this over again. What Mike Snyder said. This is the week of Satan's birthday. It starts with the Grammys, right? Celebration of stars, and ends with the Super Bowl, which is like, modern day Roman type of watching the Romans fight out there, whatever the slaves, right? So they're fighting out in the field watching. So you're right. Symbolic. Will Jay-Z show up to the Super Bowl? That's what I want to see. Will Jay-Z show up to the Super Bowl? Controversial right now. With all this stuff going on, is he going to make an appearance? He has to make an appearance. Jay-Z has to go and make an appearance at the Super Bowl. He has to make an appearance because if he doesn't make an appearance at the Super Bowl, it's going to look like, even if he doesn't care, it's going to look kind of guilty that he's not at the Super Bowl, so he has to make an appearance at the Super Bowl. It's very controversial because they're putting his name through the dirt right now. He should have somebody representing him, guaranteed soon that he's gonna have somebody representing him to talk in response to all these allegations, man. Because it doesn't look good, right? The Jaguar, right, when she was talking, she had a campaign against Jay Z, if not for years. And then she looks kind of discredited recently, but she was talking about Jay Z for years, saying he was doing all of this shit. So all these blogs pages who's connecting Jay Z to the Epstein, they're just following Jaguar right now. They're following what some people may allegedly say is a crazy woman. So a lot of the media places are following a crazy lady right now, allegedly, because that's what she's like looked on, right? Was looked on for a while. Some people believe her. A lot of people believe Jaguar, right? Jaguar Cam H. You're right. Jaguar Cam H. Does making appearance justify him? Does making an appearance justify him? No, it doesn't justify him, but people are probably going to expect that he won't show up. They're going to say, will Jay-Z show up to the Super Bowl? Because this whole week, they're having a campaign against him right now. This whole week, they're making a campaign that he's with the Epstein shit. And you know Donald Trump's going to talk about the Super Bowl. You know he's going to talk like he talked about the Grammys, and he criticized the Grammys, right? He criticized the host. So you know people are going to be talking, guaranteed. And you're going to see Nicki Minaj. She's going to eventually talk because she wants the spotlight. She's with Donald Trump. She's against Jay-Z. Like, look how much people Jay-Z has. Haters, of course. Jay-Z's going to have the haters, right? Jay-Z's going to have the haters, but a fellow hip-hop artist, more than one, doesn't like Jay-Z, clearly. You're seeing Nicki Minaj saying that Jay-Z owes her money. Then you got 50 clowning Jay-Z, trying to make it look like what he done with Diddy. So, yo, Jay-Z has like some villains coming after him right now. What all the claims Nicki made. Oh, Nicki, you want to know what Nicki made? I'll tell you the claims. She was saying when he was running that streaming service, I'm trying to remember the name, right? That she was one of the first artists, and the percentage what she got was small. She said she only got $1 million, that she claimed Jay-Z owed her about 100 to 200, some ridiculous claim. I don't know, like 100 million, right? That's when she was cool with Jay. She was on his streaming thing. I'm trying to remember the name. I forgot the name of it, but he was the founder of it. Title. Yeah, you're right. Bless up, Oman John Crow. Yeah, it was Title. So it was Title that he had, and he promised these artists all these percentages. Nicki Minaj didn't get whatever she felt. She got $1 million. And so now she says Jay-Z owes her 100 million to 200 million. So she's making him look like he's a crook. She's trying to make him look like a crook. The streaming service was Tidal. You're right, my friend. Yeah, man. The streaming service, what he had was Tidal, and he was the founder of it, and she blames him for it. So that's her beef with Jay-Z. And then she's bringing up other shit, saying he's involved in rituals and all types of shit, and like all types of crazy stuff, right? So she's part of it, and 50 too. Those are two big people in the media, in your community, your hip hop community, calling you out in some type of way. It doesn't look good. So now Jay-Z and his wife, especially his wife, is feeling it because it's her brand. Her brand's with it. Nicki disgruntled. You're right. Nicki's disgruntled. But this hurts even Beyonce right now. Beyonce's probably angry 100%. 100% she's angry because all of this. The rumors, they want to see Beyonce leave Jay-Z. Do you see how society is? You could see the energy out there that they want to see Beyonce break up with Jay-Z. They don't want to see that shit. They don't want to see the black man and the black woman together like that. The guarantee they want to see them break up, man. Beyonce is filthy rich. Jay-Z successful. It can't be. This is the picture they're ruining, and they're ruining. You're gonna see it as time passes, people. You're gonna see that they're already smudging his name already with the Diddy shit. He quieted that down for a while. So now this Epstein shit, this is not good for him. This Epstein stuff is not helping his image. So this is like, yo, let's kick this guy out of the NFL. Like, will the NFL stand by Jay-Z with these accusations? Is the NFL gonna stand by Jay-Z with these accusations? Right? Do you think Donald Trump is gonna chime in too? Do you think Donald Trump is gonna actually talk about these allegations too? You don't want him to get any spotlight of this. Don't make Donald Trump talk about Jay-Z because it could be good or bad for him. Don't make Donald Trump talk about Jay-Z. Right now, it's all allegedly, all alleged stuff coming out. They don't want to see the man, all right? They hate the man. Years ago, people were saying probably he had a blood sacrifice. That's how he came in and stuff like that. But like I said, conspiracy theorists been talking about Jay-Z a long time. There is an estimate 7 million slaves in Africa today. I've never heard of a person raise the issue. You're right. There is a lot of slaves going on in Sudan. I know about that. I'm going to talk about that too. What are your thoughts on this 67th shit? What's the 67th? Keep me updated. I don't know about that. The NFL is going to get rid of him. You think the NFL is going to get rid of him? You think the NFL is going to get rid of him? We shall see after the Super Bowl. We shall see after the Super Bowl if they keep Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the one who books or gets all the artists, right? He got Kendrick Lamar the last time. It would be crazy if Jay-Z took office in the White House next. Maybe. You never know, but I don't think so. I don't think this man wants that spotlight. I don't think Jay-Z wants to be no president or anything. I think he just wants his business and his family and relax and stuff, right? 67, what the fuck does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean? The 67th. What does the 67th mean? What does it mean? Let me know. Let me know and we talk about it. But yeah, the Epstein files, the poster boy is Jay-Z. They are using 100% right now. It's a campaign to destroy his image, right? Like they did Diddy. Best way to get casinos is in office. You notice he lost the casino thing and Nas won? Remember, Nas won it, right? Not saying they're going against each other, but Nas, first it was Jay Z. He wanted the casinos. I don't know if it was New York or Kansas City, but he was trying to set up his casinos, a deal. And then I'm hearing Nas have something. I'm saying, how Nas got that? And then Jay Z's doesn't go through, but Nas's goes through. So from that time, when they didn't put him through, which you would think Jay Z is very filthy rich before Nas, and he has all these links with the NFL, that they would have put him through for the casino, but they didn't. They put Nas through. Robert Olsakwi. I have no problem with the relationship because what I believe that keeps such long-term relationships is sharing the same vision and purpose. What do you mean? You have to let me know what you mean by that. But right now, their defamation of character is with Jay-Z. 100%. It's big defamation stuff they're doing to his name is some serious shit. They're gonna bring up Rihanna. You're gonna hear that story. They're gonna bring up Beyonce's own wife. You're gonna hear that story. Aaliyah and more people. There's gonna be even some mystery people you're gonna hear come up about Jay Z. A whole bunch of stuff. So where they getting with this? What do they want with this? This is a hit list. Is this a hit list? Like, is it important to talk about Jay Z? Really? Is it important to talk about him and the Epstein files? People may say we want to know who's in the Epstein files, but he's not in any Epstein files. There's real guys. They have real people who are in the Epstein files. The proof. There's no proof of Jay Z in any files, any documents. They're making it up. They have real guys who are in the Epstein files. Let's hear about them. But everybody wants to talk about Jay-Z and try to say that he's involved with the Epstein files. They want to screw up the man's legacy. 100%. No, it's another burger. Leave Jay-Z alone. Leave Jay-Z alone. Yo, they're going after everyone, right? P. Diddy, he was good with politicians for years, right? Good with mayors. He even got the key to the city. Remember Puff Daddy? He got the key to the city, people. Remember, the key to the city Puff Daddy got, right? So Jay-Z is even bigger. They want to get rid of him too. For Black History, yep. They are doing a character assassination. Yes, I believe they're doing a character assassination. So even if Jay-Z doesn't get locked up, they're still going to have this hovering mystery that he is in some type of shit like they are right now. They aren't going after anybody yet, which is part of the issue. Yeah, people are claiming like they're going to go like Jay-Z's next. 50's putting that out there. If you see 50 talking, he's like itching how they itched for Diddy, right? And then you got Nicki Minaj doing some outlandish claims how Jay-Z owes her money, right? And how he does rituals. Like you hear all types of shit. But she's in a situation herself. That's why she's talking like that. She's in a situation. That's why she's loyal to Donald Trump right now, right? That's why she's doing her stuff with Donald Trump. Rapper Nicki Minaj doing stuff with Donald Trump. And now they want to go after, you know, Jay-Z, another rapper. They want to go after Jay-Z, the entrepreneur, hard knock life. You get what I mean? The diamond, Rockefeller. I wonder Dame Dash if he's talking. Like, is Dame Dash in the Epstein files? Not hearing anything about Dame Dash in the Epstein files or anything like that. Even the Diddy situation, no names was brought up, all the parties and shit, because he had NDAs. So the NDAs, the law really went by the NDAs. What Puff Daddy, for example, had. They didn't. That's why no names came out with the Diddy case, because they had NDAs. Just allegedly, people talk. They saw certain people, but Puff Daddy had NDAs for his parties, right? So we don't know. You'll never know unless they broke the law by releasing who was at the Diddy parties. That's why you hear a lot of celebrities quiet. They're silent. They're quiet. But with Jay-Z now, who's gonna talk? The biggest talker was Jaguar Wright. I love Nicki Minaj. Damn, she's hot. You like her? Jim, you like Nicki Minaj? Well, a lot of people do like Nicki Minaj, man. They could like Nicki Minaj. A lot of people do like the Nicki Minaj, right? She's a successful artist, but she is attacking Jay-Z too. Who's pushing this campaign? Because you're hearing about other people with the Epstein files, but now he's the most biggest figure they're talking about. Yeah, don't get that successful without knowing someone will be after you eventually. He knows. He probably was ready for this. He's ready for this. What's with Nikki and Turning Point USA? Why is she messing with those fools? Well, you know why she's messing with those fools? And I'll answer you, Mike Snyder. Is that was before she appeared with Donald Trump. She was doing a campaign because I believe, and some people might not think so, because Donald Trump started to deport a lot of people and he was doing this deportation campaign and make America great again. She, on her record, coming to America was illegal. She was not what they called a landed citizen or something like that. So now that she's rich and a millionaire, she made sure that she cleared up those things with favoring Donald Trump, because if Donald Trump came for her, if she was against Donald Trump and she had all that money, he could probably claim a lot of that money, which was not legally made because she's illegal in America. So she's smart. You really think of it. If you're illegal in America, how could he make money? You can't make any money if you're illegal in America. So that's why recently the top TikTok guy, right? He left America. When he got deported by ICE, right now he sold his whole whatever, if you want to call it, likeness to TikTok, and he got $900 billion. $900 billion, right? So, like I'm saying, she's not legal in the country. She wasn't legal in the country until now. She got her gold card. That's why she was with Trump, hugging him at the thing and holding hands. And she's saying she wants to, this was a calling, how she wants to go into politics and stuff. Nikki isn't an American. Where's she from? You didn't know? Oh, see? This is information, man. I'm giving you. She's from Trinidad. Nicki Minaj is a Trinidadian, what they call American when you Google her name. But she was born in Trinidad. Her mother, she came up to live with her family in Queens, right? She worked too. That's what I don't understand. She was working. How was she working at places that if she was illegal? If she was illegal, that's maybe she was. I don't know if she was joking and shit like that. I don't know if she was joking, but how could he be working as like a, unless he was like under the table shit? But she said she was working. She was working as a young lady and stuff like that. But yeah, she's not a born American. She's born in Trinidad. If you guys don't know, now you know. Nicki Minaj has a legal green card. She must have a legal green card to be working. But she mentioned it long time ago on, I think, X, Twitter X, saying that she came in the country illegal. She said that. Nicki Minaj is a legal resident. Now people are claiming it's recent that she got, recently she became a legal resident. That's what people are saying, but she has a beef with Jay-Z. So I'm wondering who's behind the smear campaign behind Sean Carter? Who's really behind it, or is just independent people just doing their shit? Because this is the biggest news right now. I know you might hear about Trump, but I guarantee once again, this is the biggest news. It's another character. It's another day, a new episode, and Jay Z is the episode of it. Before it was Nicki Minaj, and now it's Jay Z and Pusha T, the lesser known rapper. They're saying Pusha T is involved too. My wife is Dominican. She came here legally on a legal green card. It's not very difficult. Yeah, some people they're saying it's difficult though. I have to admit, I heard some people saying it's difficult for them to get a green card. Yeah, but Nicki Minaj was in America since she was 5 years old. So she came very young. It wasn't like she came when she was older. She came when she was like 5 years old. So she was raised up American, right? So everything, she's American culture. But people are jokingly saying recently she got through with Donald Trump. That's why she's supporting Donald Trump, because she needs to save herself, right? Because she has, her boyfriend has a shady past, her brother has something going on, and they believe that's what's her inspiration for being supportive of Donald Trump. But right now, it's character assassination of Jay Z. And Nicki Minaj is behind it. She don't give a shit. Nicki Minaj is actually talking about this, accusing Jay Z of all types of stuff, accusing him because of the money. Now you're going to hear about stories you never heard before. You're going to hear about stories you never heard before talking about Jay Z. They're going to bring up R. Kelly. They're going to bring up all these singers. There's going to be some guys you're going to see on maybe Vlad or some other platforms talking about how they used to see Jay Z move and how he likes young girls and shit like that. And then there might be some people saying, yeah, I witnessed him at some place eating dinner with Epstein, all types of shit. But Epstein clearly is coming out that story that Epstein didn't like black people basically, because he said no black girls. Whoa, save for them. They were saved from Epstein. No black girls. He didn't want that. So he was racist. He didn't like black people. So if you're trying to connect Jay Z to this Epstein files, it's kind of crazy. Because if he didn't like black girls, he probably didn't like black men either. He didn't like nothing what's black. So these Epstein shit is kind of getting ridiculous. Jay Z even has a son he's definitely doesn't claim. That was a rumor too, and that got thrown out recently. That whole son thing wasn't Nicki singing and dancing on the stage with Kamala. Yeah, maybe now she's rolling with Trump. You're right. I think so. You know how to switch it up, right? Now she's rolling with Trump. She's going with the winner. She's going with the winner. There's a couple flip flop people. Yeah. Old man John Crow, what he's saying, Jay-Z even have a son. He doesn't claim. That guy lost that case. He lost that case, and that's a shut case right now. See how Jay-Z shut it up? He lost that case. Yeah, there's no more lawsuit, whatever for, thing going on with that, with the son. That's over. Jay Z quiet that up. But now, is Jay Z gonna silent this up? Is Jay Z gonna make this go away? Let's see. We shall see if we see Jay Z make this go away. Because, man, blogs today, I guarantee you go on your Instagram, right? Even your YouTube, there's a lot of content talking about this. I don't know if they're talking about it the same way I am, but this is definitely a defamation of character, a whole bunch of defamation. And the only way Jay Z could respond is legally to sue, or people might think he's just going to be quiet. He's just going to be staying quiet and make all the blogs keep posting, make videos, and then talk about the Super Bowl and thinking, yo, how should Jay-Z still be associated with the Super Bowl because of this whole thing with the Epstein files? A whole bunch of stuff. People are going to be talking 100%. They're going to be talking and dissecting this whole thing on him. They're going to be going after his wife. They're going to be bringing up Beyonce. They're going to bring up Blue Ivy. They're going to bring up Rock Nation. They're going to bring up friggin' the lady who's running Rock Nation. They're going to bring up Damon Dash. You're going to hear everyone who's associated with Jay-Z, they're going to bring up. They have to bring them up because there's people who could say, yo, nothing like this is going on like this. You guys are really trying to smear his name. They're gonna try, like I'm saying, the media is doing a big smear job of the man, and hopefully he sues them and gets a lot of money from it. And that would be the hustle, right? Jay should be a joint album with Beyonce. Didn't he do a joint album with Beyonce? Jay should do a joint. I thought he done an album with Beyonce already, but I think Jay's gonna win in this. I think Jay Z is going to win, and he's going to get a lot of money from these places if they don't shut up in the next couple of days. He's going to sue their asses, right? If he has criminal, evil, underhanded BS doing in his past, present, he needs to go. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing on him though. That's the thing. They don't have anything on Jay Z. Nothing. There's past situations, rumors, but there's nothing like Diddy. He doesn't have any videos and shit. He's a little bit way more smarter than Diddy. So whatever he done in his past, he paid that off. He never been locked up in prison for years, Jay Z. He doesn't have a big criminal past, Jay Z. And the thing what he was arrested for, he came out quick out of jail for, and that was for someone bootlegging his tape. It was Un Rivera, I think it was Biggie's manager at the time, bootlegged Jay Z's tape, and Jay Z stabbed him and shit. He came out of jail quick, Jay Z. So that's the only story I know of Jay Z doing a crime, and then the legendary stuff of him being a hustler, selling the white back in the day. That's the only stories I know of him, but not of being locked up all the time in prison, having a criminal record. So they're going to be fishing and fishing and fishing for things. Anybody who's related to him, people who was associated with him, they're going to try to find out all types of shit about him. But now, the biggest thing which I unpacked is this whole Epstein saga, that he is involved with Epstein. No proof. You guys are just handing this man money. You're handing him money. You're giving Jay Z dollars in his pockets, more money. Because I don't think I bet on this. He ain't going to no prison. He's not going to no prison. Diddy had a video That's the difference. And even though that shouldn't have been what he got it wasn't really what he got locked up for. But Diddy got public assassination through a video, new technology. That same technology what been using for a good while, right? Surveillance got Diddy, right? But with Jay-Z, you gotta have real proof, videos on this Epstein island, videos with him and Epstein. That has to come out. That's why R. Kelly got caught, because R. Kelly had a video. We said it was his brother, but it was a video. The video visual will get you 100%, right? Jay should only address all this on new joint album with Beyonce. If he, yeah, yeah, but he's gonna sue people, man. He might be quiet for a while. You might not hear nothing about Jay-Z for a while, but I guarantee he's gonna sue people for associating him with the Epstein shit. He's going to the bank. He's gonna give them an example not to play with his name. He probably has a list on his hit list. The people who's talking, Jaguar Wright was one, but she was small. She didn't have no money, right? Piers Morgan talked, and he doubled down back. He was scared because he was threatened by Jay-Z, because Piers Morgan has a lot of people who listen to him. So anybody who's influential like Piers Morgan, who talks about it, big whatever media companies, Jay-Z is going to sue 100%. Jay-Z is going to sue you, and he's going to get that money because there's no proof of him in any Epstein files. There's no proof. People are just making it up. I tell you, they're just making up this whole thing with the Epstein. And people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Got many episodes on this platform. You got to get that dirt off your shoulders. Jay-Z, you got to get that dirt off your shoulders. Yeah, he's getting the dirt off his shoulders. I want to see how he responds, because normally Jay-Z is quiet and then he attacks. That's how he attacked when they accused him with the Diddy shit. Remember that. They were accusing him in a story with Diddy with children, and he shut that lawyer down. It was about 80 to 100, I guess, people, accusations. That was shut off from that lawyer, Busby. Busby. You remember Busby? Remember that lawyer, Busby, for Diddy? Trying to, put a lot of more charges on Diddy? That got thrown out. All of that shit with the help of Jay-Z. So, Jay-Z is ready for everybody. Jay-Z is ready for everybody. Everybody's going to get it. All the media outlets. That's how he's going to hit them. He's going to come with a statement out there. Obviously, Trump had a statement saying, he never liked Epstein. Donald Trump said he never liked Epstein and disassociate himself, even though a lot of people are accusing Donald Trump of it. So, for sure, Jay-Z's gonna bring his response out soon. His silence is the weapon. Silence is louder than words. You're right, Mike Snyder. He's gonna be silent. But how long could he go silent with this campaign? That's what I want to know. How long could Jay-Z go silent with the campaign of people talking his name and his wife? Because his wife is taking this in too. How long could he handle this campaign? We shall see. If Beyonce could handle it, then he could handle it. If Beyonce could handle it, he could handle it. If she is not really emotional as much and she's strong with it, he will probably hold it down 100%. But if it's affecting her in any way, she's probably gonna force him to do a statement, right? Right now, people are waiting because it's still like they've been talking about Jay-Z for days, but now it's like overkill now. So how long is he gonna make people keep talking his name and accusing him in the Epstein files, right? It worked for 20 years so far. Yeah, it worked. It worked for years. And look, the Super Bowl's coming up, like I said. He's supposed to be campaigning for the Super Bowl, for the people who are going to be performing. Nicki Minaj did not perform for Kamala. I think you are confused with the Cardi B. Yeah, you're right. Yes, thanks for correcting that, Tanya Thompson. Yeah, it was Cardi B, and she has beef with Nicki Minaj. Yeah, it was Cardi B who performed. It wasn't Nicki Minaj. Cardi B. And Cardi B don't like Nicki Minaj. They have real beef. They actually have beef, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So you're right. It was for Kamala. It was Cardi B. It wasn't Nicki Minaj. I don't think Nicki Minaj would have been there for Kamala. I don't think she liked her. I think she even criticized her too. Right. So yeah. Right now, the defamation of character is happening to Sean Carter, Jay Z. It's happening to Jay Z right now. His Rock Nation, Rockefeller, all of that, his all his business ventures with other people could be ruined if they keep sticking this with him, right? It could really hurt his brand, people. It could really hurt his brand. And people, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Yes, it could hurt his brand in a way that other rappers who don't like him start talking about this in their rhymes. Podcasts, other podcasts, they might talk, they're going to probably talk about this, but they're going to be really careful, especially the ones who want to be kind of loyal to Jay-Z or Beyonce. But other people will talk about this. It's not going anywhere. This is like a nightmare. Thanks for the facts, Tanya. Yeah, it's Cardi B. Cardi B was at Kamala's stuff, and she does not like Nicki Minaj. They had a real beef. I think they even, almost fought, right? So right now, Jay Z for years they accused him of doing dirty stuff. We've been hearing about this stuff with Foxy Brown from back in the day, right? We've been hearing about like, allegedly this man has a disease. That's allegedly. That's not the real shit. That he has a disease, or he spread STD to which person they said, man. Like there's all types of rumors, shit. But and then Beyonce, he dealt with her when she was like 17. I don't even know if that's true. We don't even know if that's true. There's so much stuff they're bringing up against the man. But the main thing is he's black and successful. He's a black successful entrepreneur, and he's a big figure out there in the media, right? And they want to get rid of him. They would love to see this guy fall, right? They don't want to see him get bigger than he is right now. So when I said who's next, it seems like they're not going away from Jay Z, even though Jay Z was fighting with the Diddy stuff, fighting people with the alleged all the stuff. Now they're really going after the man. You have to look on it, right? You have to look on it. They're going hardcore still after him. And what does he have? He's in the Super Bowl. He's linked with the NFL, the league. What was so hard to get involved in, right? So hard to get involved in. That's crazy. This could ruin him and his business. So for sure, he's going to defend himself. He is 100% going to defend himself. She was 18 when he met her. Okay, that probably makes sense. 98 is when 50 Cent done a song with Beyonce. I remember from his album Power of a Dollar. I think it was supposed to go through Sony. And that was what a lot of people was like with 50 in his relationship with Beyonce. So that was 98. I'm guessing that's when Jay-Z was starting to get even more bigger, but he wasn't just with one person those times. He didn't mention his relationship dedication with Beyonce in those times. She was like 18 with her group, right? Shout out from MAGA to all our Black and Hispanic Americans in the chat. Bless up to Truth Only 77. Yes. But right now, character assassination, character assassination on Jay Z. They want to take him out. They don't want him around anymore. They want him to leave, right? Be quiet. No more business ventures. You tried. You're in the NFL and you're trying to get into the casino business. What are you doing, right? So you're in the NFL and you want to go into the casino business. You're lucky we only made you get people to perform in the NFL. Super Bowl. We got you to get people to perform because you're an entertainer. So now you want to get into the casino business? Nah, nah, nah. We shutting that shit down. You're getting too powerful, or you're trying to be powerful, or you're trying to do something. No, we're gonna shut that down. You're not gonna get in. We're gonna lock that off, Mr. Carter. You're only gonna just be bringing us singers and entertainers to the Super Bowl. Now you have done too much. We're putting you in the Epstein files. You're not listening. You still want a casino, right? You still want a casino. You're still fighting to get that. We gave Nas that. We're not gonna give another rapper any casino link. Then all these rappers are gonna think they could have something, a piece of the pie. No, you are in the Epstein files, allegedly. So Jay Z, he better fight this, which he is going to fight this. 100% Jay Z is going to fight this with everything he got because it's allegedly, right? Allegedly, they're linking him to this. This is bad. This is bad for the culture. It's like Africa Bambata, if you heard about that, right? His story. This don't look good. This does not look good. People don't want to talk about that story, but they're talking about Jay-Z. But people, please subscribe, like, comment, right? Share, subscribe to the Down to Earth Network. We got a lot more coming up. This episode is Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Epstein Files, right? Tap in. You could support in the description. But I don't know what else you guys got to say about this. Right now, this is a distraction, I feel, a big distraction from what's going out in the streets in America with the ICE and the social problems. They're using this, I believe, to mask what's going on. Celebrity. Celebrity is the biggest thing. So all these celebrity names coming out of the files is making people excited and not to realize the bigger picture is Trump and whatever his regime is doing to America. So meanwhile, people are looking into the Epstein files, right? They're doing something else. Isn't he Illuminati? That's what I heard for years. People were associating Jay-Z with the Illuminati. That's what was going on. Let's be straight up. They were associating Jay-Z with the Illuminati. So do you think if he is really Illuminati, he's gonna be going to jail? Think of it. If allegedly Jay-Z is with Illuminati, do you think he's going to be prosecuted? No. So guess what? He will sue whatever corporations are accusing him or allegedly that he's part of the Epstein files, right? He's gonna sue anybody. Truth, isn't he a Illuminati member? That if he is Illuminati, no one's there's no confirmation that he's Illuminati. But if he is Illuminati, Illuminati's not gonna be going to no prison. They're not gonna be going to no prison if he is Illuminati, right? So a lot of people are already saying he's guilty. They're saying he's guilty with no evidence. There's no evidence of him with any underage girls, but just the Beyonce and the Aaliyah and then Foxy Brown, right? They bring up Foxy Brown a lot. So that's all they got. They only got that, people. That's all they got. They only got that. Rappers and artists. The only names they could hit him with is his wife's name. And then Rihanna, other artists who he found. You notice it's only celebrities and no one's talking. Rihanna ain't saying nothing. Beyonce ain't saying nothing. Foxy Brown ain't saying nothing. And who else? Aaliyah's not alive, right? So where's the proof? Why Foxy Brown? Because they said Foxy Brown was in a video, an early video with Jay Z. A lot of people claim that they're confirming that Foxy Brown was with Jay Z in a relationship. But I think she was probably adult by then. You get what I mean? Like she came in young in the game, but I think that song, what they done was in '98. And correct me if I'm wrong, Foxy's about the same age as Beyonce or older, maybe. So really, she was like 19. Even if they did have a relationship, she was like 19, maybe 20. She was young still, but she wasn't no 16-year-old. 1998, she was at least 18 or older, Foxy Brown. So that's who they're accusing him of being with, and his wife and Rihanna. That's who they're saying they only could put him with, who are underage, famous people who are not saying anything. His wife, no. Rihanna, hell no, she ain't saying nothing. Foxy Brown, they thought she was gonna talk. She's not. She didn't say anything. So where are they getting all this news from? The assumptions that Jay Z done it. How do you think all the money gets laundered? What are you trying to say now? Skit beats. How does all the money get laundered? Doing all types of things. Right now, he's in the NFL. He's putting on the NFL halftime show for everybody right now. He's doing the halftime show for everybody. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Right? Jay-Z is he's one of the legendary rappers, one of the greatest of all time. People call him the GOAT, right? He has a story that he has risen from, the struggle and with the business to become one of the top, if not the top, hip hop artists, uh, breaking records and doing business ventures, and then marrying Beyonce at the top of her game. They put him as the GOAT, Jay Z. People talk about Nas, people talk about Biggie, people talk about Tupac, but as the evolution of an artist, a rapper, entrepreneur, businessman, and he's still in the hip hop culture, that's Jay Z. Jay Z has put in the work, and now they want to break down the work and make him look real bad. And 50 Cent is a part of it, right? Is there a link between Jay Z and Bad Bunny? Maybe. Jay Z's behind a lot of people's careers too, and he's quiet. Jay Z keeps himself silent about certain types of things, right? He keeps himself silent about a lot of things, people. But what's next? I'm waiting for Jay Z's response. That's all I want to see. All I want to see is Jay Z's response to all of these allegations. Let's see Jay Z's response to these allegations, people, and then we shall continue when we hear what he got to say. People are saying he's going to stay quiet or he should stay quiet. Maybe he should respond, right? He responded to the Diddy situation, and this is like 20, maybe 100 different companies that is putting this narrative out there that he is part of the Epstein stuff. No one wants to be a part or associated with the Epstein stuff, especially if you're a celebrity. You don't want to be associated with that because it could ruin your brand. It can ruin your brand. You don't want to be good content. Much respect, Roots Juicer. Subscribe, much respect. Jay moves quietly. Yes, Jay moves very quiet. D2E, you're right. Jay moves very quiet, in silence. He's watching everything. They're counting all the people who've been giving them bad publicity. You get what I mean? Giving him, talking about him and his wife. They're waiting, they're cooking, they're waiting to see all the people, marking them all down. That's what he's saying. Jay-Z is first saying, we're gonna mark out all these people who's talking about us. Right? And then we're gonna go get all our lawyers and we're gonna sue all of them. Yo, he could get a lot of money from this, Jay. He could get maybe all $1 billion from this shit or so. Get $1 billion hustle and sue all these places because there's no evidence, people. They have no evidence against Jay right now. No evidence. What? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Nothing. They just want another black man locked up who is wealthy, a wealthy black man, locked up because it will make confusion and a distraction for the people. What's going on with the ICE stuff, right? I heard just a couple of days ago Trump wants to arrest Obama. Think of it. Think of all this shit, what's going out there in the media. It's going over people's head. Donald Trump actually made a post how he wants to arrest Obama because of conspiracy for his first election and shit. The same thing with this. They're putting this out there for a distraction from the social issues, what's going on in America right now. Straight up. They're putting that out there to distract you all. Just remember, they're putting it out there to distract you all. This is something big, what's going on with a big figure in American culture. Once again, like Bill Cosby. Remember Bill Cosby? Same shit. Big in American culture, but they caught him. They locked up Bill Cosby. Remember, he said he was trying to buy what, NBC or something like that? At his height, he must have had a lot of money. So they caught him on all these charges with different ladies. Bill Cosby locked up Bill Cosby for a couple years, and people loved Bill Cosby in America, right? So now Jay-Z, he's not he's not perfect. They're going to be going after Jay-Z 100%, but he's different. He's a different cat, more intelligent, and he's going to know how to defend himself 100%. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the platform. So what's next for Jay-Z? People think he's going to come out with music. No, he's not coming out with no music. His wife is angry right now. He's going to take the route like Drake. He's going to sue these corporations for defamation. That's all you're going to hear. Sue, 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 sue. All you're going to hear is him suing people, going after these platforms, talking about it, saying that he done rituals, saying he's been with underage people, been at the Epstein Island, all of that. He's going to end all that talk soon. All of that. What do you think, people? Please subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, all podcast platforms. Right in the link, you could get the link. We got many episodes coming up, right? But definitely, people will be talking about Jay-Z more. They're gonna bring up all his past once again to make him look really bad. They're gonna bring up all types of stories. They're gonna try to show the pictures with him and Puff, right? Quick, ladies and gentlemen, bro. There's something better. But they're with the politics. This is a distraction. I've been telling you. You just came in, right? This is a distraction from the social issues with the ICE. There's a reason they're talking about that. Even Trump is talking about it. When you got Trump talking about it, the politician, the leader of the world, if you want to call it, of America, he brought up the Epstein files. It's not us. He's the one who actually released it, and he's the one who's saying the other day he never liked Epstein and shit. So he brought that up, Mr. Donald Trump, the man who's the leader of the world, or if you want to call it the free world, the man who's saying he wants to take over all these countries and bomb places. He's talking about the Epstein files, right? So it's obviously important. It's obviously important for them to even bring up Jay-Z. It's obviously important for somebody who praised Donald Trump like Nicki Minaj to bring up Jay-Z's name too. She brought up Jay-Z's name. Let's see if Donald Trump brings up Jay-Z's name. That will be something if Donald Trump, because he brought up other people. He'll bring up Jay-Z. He brought up those other whatever journalists and shit. He will bring up Jay-Z. He's not scared to bring up anybody's name. That's the next thing what's going to go viral. The next thing what goes viral is Donald Trump brings up Jay-Z. People who are going to question Donald Trump about Jay-Z, what he thinks about him. I want to see that because there's going to be a response for this whole Epstein shit. This has just started. It's just getting hot, people. It's just started, right? And this is affecting, like I said, it's making things disappear like what's going on in Minneapolis and Minnesota. Now you don't know where the ICE is going. They're planning and plotting. I done an episode on the ICE yesterday, and I found out they're actually not just a domestic organization created in America 2003. They're international. So they don't just work to make America great again. the ICE. They don't just work to make America great again. They're everywhere, the ICE. So, like, information will go over some people's heads. Exactly. Trump is always taking shit about, so, talking shit about some places for some person. So right now, what's going on is like Joe Rogan was saying, but he was saying it in that way that um, this whole ICE thing is a distraction for the Epstein files. Right? He's been calling out Donald Trump, his friend, recently, saying all of this is a distraction for the Epstein files. But I think it's the other way around. The Epstein files is a distraction for what ICE is doing. Even though there's files, they could have friggin' released it a long time ago. They knew about these files a long time ago, delaying it, delaying it. It's been a long time. Now, why are you coming out with these so called Epstein evidence documents? Because they have something brewing in America very big right now. They got a big social problem going on because of Donald Trump and his games. There's a big social problem going on because Donald Trump is using his power to do what he wanted to do with the wall, right? So, this whole Epstein shit and Jay Z is a big media figure. So, they using him. It's like a slave, modern day slavery. It's a modern day lynching. They're using him, lynching him in the media so everybody watch what they're doing in the streets. I tell you that right now. So now everybody's going to be concerned. What did Jay Z do? Oh, who was he with? Oh, Jay Z's a celebrity. Oh, his wife, Beyonce. How could he do that to Beyonce? Oh, does Beyonce work and do all the same shit? They're using Nicki Minaj to change their subject from bankers to politicians to big corporation CEOs. Skip Beats, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're using a lot of tactics, a lot of things they're using, right? A lot of tactics, people, but please subscribe. Yeah, a lot of tactics they're using. But yo, hate him, like him. Jay Z right now is gonna go after whoever's putting all that shit. You might say Jay Z's the devil, but yo, whatever. That's your opinion. Right now, he's gonna go protect his brand. He's gonna be suing whoever's talking about him. 100%. He's gonna be going after whoever thinks that they could bully him. He's gonna bully them, just like that lawyer. The lawyer, what tried Busby tried, and he got him. He is gonna be protecting himself, 100%. He's gonna put out some statement. Because how long could he have this going, circulating? That was on the island. Doesn't want his wife to really take that in. That's making her probably feel away 100%. And he will come back around to whoever's talking about it. Jaguar Wright was warned. She was silent for a while. You notice? She was quiet. Now they're bringing back Jaguar Wright up in the mix. They're starting to talk about Jaguar Wright now more than ever. They're saying, oh, she was right. Look at this. Jaguar right. People are actually believing her even more now because they want to see Jay-Z go down and shit like that. So they're saying, yo, maybe she's right. Then people were calling her crazy too, a mixture of people. Oh, she's crazy, right? She's just making up these stories against Jay-Z because Jay-Z owes her money too, like Nicki Minaj. So she believes Jay-Z owes her money too. I think that's the story with Jaguar Wright and Jay-Z. She believes, and she even lied how he had done something to her. I think she even made up a story how Jay-Z done something to her. That's how desperate she went. She said that Jay-Z done something to her, right? Jaguar Wright. So a lot of people are against him. Like I said, 50's against him, Nicki's against him. He got some other rappers who are against him, who don't like him from maybe back in the days and shit like that. But Jay has to fight a lot of people, man. So a lot of people are talking and they're very confident in Trump that, yo, if I align with Trump, Nobody could do anything to me. Nicki Minaj is on that vibe right now that she's with Trump and nobody could do anything to her. That's what she believes, right? She really believes that nobody could do anything to her. So right now she's winning. She got Don Lemon locked up, right? The other guy might get sued, Trevor Noah. Now Jay Z, what's coming for him with Nicki's orders to Donald Trump? The right is quiet because the files are full of powerful leaders and Trump has surrounded himself with the people in the files. Yes, you're right, Skits Beats. Let me read that again. The right is quiet because the files are full of powerful leaders and Trump has surrounded himself with people in the files, but they're all being released right now. Trump already wiped his hands of it, even if people want to put him guilty. He said this. This is what he said. I never liked Epstein and basically had no business with him. He might have been at places with him, but he never liked Epstein. So he's already set himself up to separate himself from that, even though conspiracy theories been saying that Trump's part of this whole nasty shit with Epstein, right? So you're right. There's a lot of powerful people, but where are they? Where all the people was helping with the trafficking or moving people around? That's what some people claim he done. Rumor is Jay-Z fled the country. That's why I keep hearing that Jay-Z flew. That would make you like people say, why is he guilty? He's a businessman. He probably always leaves the country. We don't even really know. The media will make it, oh, Jay-Z fled the country because of accusations. Meanwhile, he was supposed to go somewhere really on business. So now he fled the country. So now he's guilty. Shit. The things people will make up, man. He fled the country because he's guilty. Like he's saying that he's guilty just because he fled the country. That's crazy shit. There's crazy stuff going on, people. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe, follow the Epstein files, Jay Z and the Epstein files. Jay Z is not in any Epstein files. There's no evidence of him in any Epstein files, right? All the files what been released, no Jay Z. But they're putting it out there on the social media that Jay Z is in the files. What do you think, people? Rumors Jay Z fled the country. I've been hearing that rumor. I've been hearing that rumor. Is it true? Did he fled? Did he fly away? Either way, it could be business. It could be some big business. Right now, he's gonna be fighting legal fight, defamation of character. Jay Z is gonna be putting out defamation of character if they keep playing with him. Defamation of character if they talk about his wife. Defamation of character if they talk about his daughter. Right? Defamation if they talk about his label or his whatever management shit. But people are going to bring up certain things in the media like conspiracies, how Rock Nation does certain type of business, right? You're going to hear a lot of stuff regarding Jay-Z. Even Tory Lane's father had something to talk about Jay-Z. I don't know if you remember saying Jay-Z, his business practices with Rock Nation, that he was behind some way of Tory Lanez getting locked up in prison because of Meg The Stallion, that they were the funders or the helpers for Meg The Stallion against Tory, right? So that's another story. Maybe it's all coming back. I don't know if people might say it's karma for him helping um, Meg The Stallion to get Tory locked up. So that's a whole other story because Tory's locked up because Meg The Stallion got support from Rock Nation, right? So all of that's getting cooked up right now too, people. But people, please subscribe. All of that is getting cooked up right now. That story is that Tory's father accuses Jay-Z of helping Meg The Stallion because he did not sign over to Rock Nation. That's a conspiracy. The father was angry about the court whatever hearing, and when he came out, right, he said because Tory did not sign to Rock Nation that the spite is Jay-Z supporting Meg The Stallion and getting him locked up. I don't know if that's true, but that's the story, people. But people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Um, There's so much stories you're gonna hear about Mr. Jay-Z. Jay-Z did help ASAP Rocky come out of prison or jail. I think that was in Europe. I don't know which country that was. I think it was Turkey. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was in some country and he was locked up and he was going to serve time, but Jay Z's influence that got him out, and that's with Rihanna. So people want to put Jay Z with Rihanna, saying he was with her when she was young. So that's why these Epstein files are coming out, saying he likes young girls and shit. Well, we shall continue, people. We shall continue. Definitely, there will be a reaction from Sean Carter. But people, please subscribe, like, comment. That's what his daddy said. All the mess he's being exposed to. Yeah, he's getting exposed, people. He's getting exposed, but he's gonna sue. He's going to sue. Definitely, Jay Z is going to sue people. He's going to sue off the pants of all the media platforms talking about him. Funny, Kendrick Lamar broke Jay-Z's Grammy record. Yeah, I heard about that. They're going after his legacy. I heard about Kendrick Lamar breaking his Grammy record. But yeah, please subscribe. Please subscribe. This is the Down to Earth Network, and I'm out.